Kia ora. This is John Winters, Supermarket Sleuth, talking to you once again from Auckland in New Zealand. And what are we looking at this week? Well, we're starting off in the UK. In a move to try and recoup some of the sales lost during the current lockdown, Marks & Spencer says 400 of its stores will stay open until midnight in Christmas week. Last year, only 15 of its 600 stores stayed open until 12 AM. This year, nearly all of the food-only stores and combined clothing and food stores on retail parks will trade late into the night. The rest will close at 10 PM. Most M&S outlets are currently open as they sell food, but government rules have forced it to close off its clothing stores. Non-essential stores in England are not due to reopen until next Thursday, with retailers hoping pent-up demand will boost sales in the crucial run-up to Christmas. With social distancing measures still needing to be followed, retailers have been calling for a relaxation of trading on Sundays to help ease store congestion. And I imagine there'll be some other stores that will be staying open to midnight as well. How that works with people staying in their homes and keeping safe distancing remains to be seen. Now, in this season of buying, what's the best buy? Consumer watchdog Which has decided its Best Buy badge should go to an own-label champagne from Morrison's. It beat competition from well-established premium brands. In a blind testing of supermarket own-label and top-selling vintage champagnes priced up to £36, the Which panel gave the highest score of 82% to Morrison's Adrien Chopin Brut champagne, retailing at only £18, which described it as a golden champagne with stewed apple aromas, rich flavours and a hint of sweetness. Just missing out on the top spot was Waitrose's Brut champagne, which came in second place with a score of 79%. In joint third place was Moet & Chandon's Imperial Brut champagne, having a score of 78%. It was described as a pleasure to drink, but one expert called it a little bland, which might disappoint at £36. Also given a 78% score was Sainsbury's Landrick Champagne Brut at £25, whilst brands such as Veuve Clicquot, 73%, were further down the ranking. And what was at the bottom? Summed up as a wishy-washy by one panellist was Aldi's Filizot et Fille Organic Champagne, which only managed a 67% rating. Now that's unusual because Aldi usually does quite well in these ratings, but not this year. Still on the subject of alcohol, in a season when enjoying the odd glass at home becomes part of the festivities, a £9 bottle of supermarket wine has been voted the UK's favourite. To find their favourite supermarket wine, subscription service Wine List spoke to 4,500 wine lovers from across the UK. In top spot was 19 Crimes Red, an Australian red blend from a brand that collaborates with celebrities, including Snoop Dogg, for trendy bottles. The reviewers complimented its rich red colour and dark berry palette with a smooth finish. Described as a liquid ode to the past, it's inspired by the British convicts who were transported to Australia for a life of hard labour from 1778 to 1868. While 19 Crimes topped the list of favourite brands, the nation's favourite wine type is Sauvignon Blanc. Woohoo! Whether it's from New Zealand, South Africa or other countries, the UK loves it. With over 16% of votes, reviewers raved over its fresh flavours and crisp citrus notes. In lockdown, Crimes has grown 149.7% in value and 148% volume in the UK market, that should refer to sales have grown, whilst it's also become the UK's top 10 best performing Australian wine brand according to Nielsen Scantrack, which also names it as the UK's #1 millennial wine brand. Globally, says Drinks International 2020, it's become the fourth most admired wine brand in the world. Wine List, a wine education subscription box, launched in 2019. Since then, it's helped thousands of wine lovers learn about wine. New Zealand's Sauvignon Blanc has been trending for quite a time, and sales have continued to surge, up 25% at the moment during lockdown. So what are the UK's favourite wines? Well, first is 19 Crimes Red, followed by Barefoot Moscato. Third is Campo Veggie Tempranillo. Fourth is Casillero del Diablo Cabernet. Fifth is Oyster Bay Sauvignon Blanc from this part of the world. Sixth is Barefoot White Zinfandel, or Zinfandel. Seventh is Brancott Estate Sauvignon Blanc, also from this part of the world. Eighth is Trevento Reserve Malbec. 9 is Campo Viejo Rioja. And 10 is Yellowtail Shiraz from Australia. And the types of wine. Most popular, as I said, is Sauvignon Blanc, followed by Malbec, Pinot Grigio, Shiraz, Merlot, Chardonnay, Riesling, Rioja, Cabernet Sauvignon and good old Pinot Noir. Have you noticed there's more packaged food on supermarket shelves, but fresh food seems to be less? The majority of the UK's major supermarkets have returned their total ranges back to near levels seen before the pandemic struck in the spring. According to data from Associa published by trade magazine The Grocer, the top 6 supermarkets now have 2,223 fewer product lines than at the start of March, a net fall of only 1%. As a result of consumer stockpiling earlier this year, supermarkets rationalised their ranges to focus on keeping their shelves stocked with key essentials. The report highlighted that the product count has fallen 9% across the majors by mid-June. This raised concerns among suppliers that their products may not return to shelves. While other chains were now close to more normal levels, Associa data suggested that Asda still had 11% fewer products in its overall range at the start of this month. But Asda disagrees. It told the grocer that its own data showed a range reduction of only 4%. Certainly the overall process had left some winners and losers across categories. In all supermarkets except Ocado, fresh food products were found to be down significantly, while frozen food ranges had grown in most. The selection of health and beauty products has also been cut in Sainsbury's, Ocado and Asda. Now, moving on to sustainability. Did you know that manufacturing of glass bottles is so energy and resource intensive it makes them 4 times worse for the environment than plastic bottles? And that's been revealed by a study. Researchers from Southampton evaluated the impact of various types of beverage packaging, including glass and plastic bottles, aluminium cans and milk cartons. They came to the conclusion that plastic bottles are certainly bad for the environment, for their manufacture needs significant amounts of energy. Added to that, they're long-lasting after disposal and have the potential to break down and spread as microplastics, which are thought harmful to health. But the team concluded the total impact of glass bottles is worse once their energy footprints and the damage of resource mining is taken into account. And glass bottles are all too often discarded after a single use, they said, despite having the potential to be reused 12 to 20 times. Apparently, the team says the most environmentally friendly drink containers are milk and juice star cartons and 100% aluminium cans. Now we shoot around the globe to Australia and New Zealand. Drake Supermarkets is claimed to be the first Australian supermarket to trial a sanitising system called Santizit. It's been developed in the United States to sanitise shopping trolleys in retail, medical and airport environments. It works by providing a measured dose of sanitising solution as a mist blanket to cover the whole trolley as it passes through the unit. Sage Automation has partnered with the developer of the Santizit product to manufacture, supply and support the units in the Australian and New Zealand markets. Drake says the retailer has been working with Sage Automation on the first Australian supermarket trial. It says the Santizit products' benefits include operational efficiency for the retailer, replacing the manual process of wiping the trolleys down by hand with a touchless system. And I don't think that's very efficient, that system anyway. An adjustable dosage of sanitising solution for one trolley or a bank of trolleys being sanitised at a time. Reduced waste by eliminating wipes being put into landfill, being able to sanitise the whole trolley, not just the handle, a handheld wand that enables the sanitising of shopping baskets from the main unit. The unit uses a water-based sanitising solution supplied by the unit operator, and the units being low voltage and using very little power. Well, that's it for this week, folks. Catch me on my Supermarket Sleuth Magic Talk Auckland page and checkout pages on Facebook, and live on the Magic Talk radio station in New Zealand at 10:45 New Zealand time on a Saturday morning. Go to magic.co.nz and click on Talk at the top of the page. That's it for this week, folks. Talk to you again next week. Bye for now.